under a bridge that they could draw with a magic um crystal, and the crystal acts like a chalk, and they draw
Yeah.
with the crystal on the wall, and it opens a door.
Wait, what was
Yeah,
that
they
one
do like
called?
magic and
It's
shit.
called Tales of something. I don't know.
Dragon Tail.
Nah,
No,
hell
not
nah. This
Dragon
is about
Tales.
trolls.
Oh,
It's about
I'm
trolls.
you
But
mean
yeah, they take a crystal, and they hit they draw a door on the wall. They trace like an outline of a door on the wall, and the shit turns into a real door, and it opens, and they could go into the bridge underground to where these trolls live at, and it was almost like that.
Oh
that
wow.
sounds cool. So you had
Dang.
a vibe that you were going to their hidden world, like where they were always living at.
Yeah, yeah, yo, and I was amongst them, like I was with them, I was doing stuff, and it was almost like that shit with Lizardland. Like they had a whole like a village down there, like it was like underground. It was completely like their world under there,
Yeah.
and they could move and do stuff, and like people do in a town or some shit. I don't know. They was doing stuff.
It was underground though, no sunlight or no sky and
No
shit.
sunlight, nothing. I don't know how I could see down there. I could see though, but it was underground, completely deep under. And the way to get down there was like a dungeon, like to get in the end. There was no stairs before that. This being was just a rock sitting down, like balled up into a rock, like he was a rock. He didn't move, but he moved, and when it moved, it was like they could fold themselves up and make themselves look like a stone that doesn't move. And they pointed at the stone in my hand and basically let me know that it was like a key too, like that. That's how I got there, because of the stone.
Yeah.
Like if I was friends with the stone in my hand, that make me friends with them.
Was they talking to you? Was they saying anything?
I don't remember no words, but I remember the communication was clear. Like it was like there
Yeah.
was, I don't know, it was like obviously they was saying stuff to me, but I don't know how.
Whoa. And what they say to do with the stone?
Nothing. They just said it was a
They're like,
key. That's how I got there. It was a way to get back there. Like it was a way to
oh,
get open. It opened up the door to go to them.
So that was that the only time you like been to that
That's the only
place?
time I trip. Yeah,
did you
that's the
try
only
it
time I
again?
do. Nah, I never tried that stone again.
He
Wow.
said, I'm
Yeah.
you pulling
Yeah.
up.
I still got the stones. I still got the stones. I got a bigger one now. I got three of them. I got three. Um, I got a big one that's like the size of a melon or some shit. It's a big ass stone that is round as hell. Looks like a damn planet.
Yeah. That's wow. I still be
Yeah,
geeking off the time you seen the ones that look like Sasquatch.
yeah, that one was official, man. That thing was
That's
Yeah.
too
why
much. I don't know what to
you gotta
think
be
of that.
painting.
You
You gotta
can't
draw that stuff or something.
you can't get around that.
Nah, I can't get around that. It was too much of a rabbit hole, too deep of a rabbit hole that led me right back to Christianity
Wait, I don't know. I don't remember that. How you? Why you say that?
because of Harry Mary.
Huh?
Harry
Oh, because
Mary.
Harry Mary was that like
Oh.
Bigfoot mama or something?
Harry Mary was the mom of the Bigfoot kid.
Oh yeah, it was like a similar story. Like it shows
Nah, it
like
was the
Mother
exact
Mary.
same being. It was the same being. If you Google Harry Mary, you'll see all her images. It was her. She
It's
had a
just
human
like
Let's
the
see.
face.
mother
She
from
had human boobs. She had
from
human
Egypt.
kneecaps, and she
Wait,
had
hold
human
on.
feet.
I'm about to show it right now. Let me
Yeah,
Google it.
she had human face, human boobs, human hands, human kneecaps, and human feet. The rest of it was hair.
He said Harry Mary. Wait. And
That's fucked up.
she was telling the kid to get back, huh? Like
When
come
she
back under
came,
here.
the only difference was that her legs, her thighs was mad big, and her kneecaps was lower like than ours, and her legs was shaped weird, bro. Like they weren't like our legs, and she bent down and she could squat like a spider, and she squished him down with her elbow and smashed him, like she made him fold down, like folded him like a crumbled paper, and slid him to the side like a dominoes. And the kid
Whoa.
didn't get back up.
Whoa. Yeah, this Harry Mary. This is from what? Dang, from the ancient times. Well, I see the medieval
Original
Harry
human, that's
Mary of
probably
Egypt.
Harry Mary was probably Eve, yo.
Yeah, it's like the same story of like that mother Egyptian baby Osiris sitting on the lap.
Yeah, Harry Mary. Look, here she go,
Harry Mary.
y'all.
Sounds like a good ass rapper name.
Yo, and the crazy thing is these depictions of Mary, that Harry Mary being like that, and there's like a few of them in the forest, and they show people on horses, knights on horses, and the horse and the knight sitting on the horse is up to her face. They're face to face with her, and she's standing up, and they're sitting on a horse, and she's face to face with them, and she's big as hell, and her face is bigger than theirs, like she's big, like a giant, and that's how I seen her, like she was a big woman face lady, like with big hips and big long thighs, but small kneecaps, like small knees, like I mean small shin, and their kneecaps was too low, like to be a human. And the way her legs moved when she was walking, her knees, her shin was moving the fast, but her thighs wasn't moving too much. Like it was weird. I don't know, understand how to explain it. And when she got down, she moved like a spider.
Huh? How many grams
Saw
did
that
you
on the.
take? How many grams did you take?
I don't remember. I was like 7'10". You know how I do. It was something high,
You know how I do. You know how I do.
probably
Seven,
11.
10, something like that. Up in
Yeah,
there. Harry
yeah.
Mary. That is wild, bro.
Mhm.
Hey, but that first one you was talking about, that make me think of that one gold place I was at. And like when I went inside of it, it was like this. It reminded me of Cinderella when he turned the pumpkin into a carriage, and it was like a building in the inside, it within the building, and it was shaped like that carriage. It was shaped almost like a pumpkin, but it wasn't a pumpkin, but it was gold. It reminded me of them gold Fabergé eggs, exactly like that. And but it didn't have nothing in the inside. You could see straight through it, and then in the middle, it was like I think it was like a little ball or something. I don't know what it is, but when I got close and I looked at it, bro, it was like this universe. And I could see different stuff going on within this life, within that thing. I was like, whoa, I'm looking at it like, oh no, bruh. I said,
Yo,
wow.
the most amazing thing is that a lot of us, you have under your belt a squad of dudes, like I'm just one of them, that has stories that came from tripping that are
Oh,
beyond, like
what
it's
the
like a
thing
movie
is.
that is like a whole, like you could base a whole movie, you can make a movie because it was like watching a movie. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
so many episodes that are like, yo, it's like that's amazing, bro. To even have, because they're never gonna change. The story's never gonna. It's always gonna be like, yo, it's an event. It's something that happened that you seen, and it's
I
more
don't know,
real than the
storm
dream.
base.
You feel me? It's like a more real and memorable than the dream could be. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
way more. It's yeah, it'd be realer than this. But
Yeah, man.
but when you think about it, it kind of makes sense because this is being generated inside there. Even though it's out there, it's still being seen from in here. It's still making it. So it's like it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it just don't make sense, bro. It don't make
Man,
sense.
this is
So
too heavy, right?
yeah, yeah. Because I like when you think about some of the entities that you've seen, it's like you see entities you never even thought of in life. You never looked up or tried to find out about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you got
Definitely,
these
man.
alien beings coming to you, talking to you at the same time, showing you stuff. But it seems
Yeah,
everything in there is showing you something, giving you something.
definitely, man. Message.
Message. Are they trying to scare you? Are they? Well, you scare you. Well, yeah, because you scare yourself. So the thing is, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like to me like it goes with whatever you got going on. Like if you
My
get
trip is
scared of it,
mine should be scaring other people. Like, damn, why are you
yeah,
scared?
Kind of
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
media. Like
You
sometimes the
went to it.
memories
I
only
didn't
come
care.
in, because sometimes the fear might make you like black out for a second, or sometimes I think the fear makes you black out back in, makes you
He
get
said,
lucid.
he said,
Like, oh shit.
I don't want to go in there. Why I want to see some stuff like that?
Yeah. Nah, you know what? It's not like I never thought not once that I was going to look at going somewhere. I don't. I mean, I don't know, man. I just know that I don't know anything, and when I go into these trips, I just excited of what is it gonna present to me, yo? Because it could be anything. It could do anything, yo. It could activate my eyeballs and make me be able to see through walls. It could do all kind of shit. Like, what is it gonna
Yeah.
do this time? You feel me? Like, damn. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not. It's never. I feel that I'm gonna go see something or I'm gonna travel somewhere because it's like a fucking, it's like winning a lottery a ticket or something. You know what I mean? Like, or like, you never know what's gonna pop up. You feel me? Like
It's,
every time, it's always a new.
he
You're
said,
spinning the wheel on the wheel of fortune.
it's like a fresh box of chocolates. You never know what you gonna get.
Yeah, yeah.
You might
I'm
turn
telling
into
you,
Tom
man.
Hanks and start running.
And laughing at Tom Hanks while you're running.
While you running, going, I see why
That's
this why he ran all that time. At the time, you feel well, yeah, you'll feel like you can run that far, easy.
man.
Like,
Yo, but the reality of reality cracking like that it could do that and then and leave you lucid. Like, why didn't it make us dumb? Like, why didn't it make us not be able to question nothing? Why we just didn't go with the flow and then wake up like, oh, I had a stupid ass trip this time. Nah, the whole time you trying to bunk it, you're in there like, hell ha.
Whoa.
oh,
Yeah,
you get to see it all in past lives. You be like, nah,
nah.
nah. Hey, nah, I seen this,
Why so much detail? How
I
can they
seen,
have so much detail?
I seen this, what's the name? Ozo, this, lady, she was, dang, I don't want to call it, Native American lady. And like, she took a picture, like, regularly dressed and then took one in like her Native American outfit. I'm telling you, it looked just like the one lady I seen on Mother Ayahuasca. Like that, I looked like Mother Ayahuasca. It was like the
Mm,
man. I was like, oh my god, I should have saved that picture and posted it because it looked just like her. And I was trying to debunk it because she was showing me like you everything. Like I'm you and you me. Like you feel me? And I'm like, nah, you know, it's impossible. And then it's like certain things she'll show me in life that happened that was like the bro, I was this man, it was I don't even know how to explain that, bro. That was just wow. It was like even looking through the mirror and seeing her in the mirror, like I had she had my reflection, I had her reflection, like type stuff. But
What? She
yeah,
had your
like we was each other's reflection. Like I'm looking in the mirror, I see her, but she's looking in the mirror and she see me.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you feel me? But she was like this thing that was just everything. That was like everything, bro. And I don't know. That was wild.
Hmm.
It was just
That's
kind
one
of
of the
wild.
things. The few times
she's
that
like,
I've seen things in the trips, like things with eyeballs, their eyeballs always reacted like I was a surprise for them to see me, just as much as it was for me to see them.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time.
or like fascinated, like excited, like yeah, surprised, or like I swear I looked someone in the eyes. It was this little dwarf like village person out in the forest, out in the jungle, in the dark of night, and all his people were like dancing around, like swirling around me, discovering like, oh, someone's seeing a being, and this one kept peeking out. The way he looked at me was so surprised and so like honored and heartfelt. Like I had known him
Mm.
for a long ass time, but we hadn't seen each other in a very long time. We looked at each other like, oh, hello. Like very heartfelt.
Yeah, that be having me thinking that all these things that we seeing is like aspects of us. Cause like I was talking to Sun Tzu about that today. Like, remember what I was saying, Theo, that in between, right? That in between the eyeballs and that thing that's in there in the mind that's seeing the what it's seeing. That and what is that in between thing like when we get in there, like what is that? Because it's a straight travel to go from where sight comes from to even be created, and it's
Yeah,
like
it's
you
like
be
in between the space because you're like seeing from the inner and outer world. There's this
yeah
thin line of like an eyeball that can see on both sides, or even
a
like
thin
what is that?
line and that whole travel. What's up with it? What's up with it, Ro? That whole in between space right there. Like what is that space? What could be generated within that space? Because that space right there is it's infinite.
And
It's
that's like the
infinite.
space. If we're nothing, then that's like us right there. That's like our little crevice where we can create bliss and have like
Bliss.
distance from reality where it's not even a problem because you see
Yeah.
it through so much space.
Yeah.
It
The
doesn't like pull on your nerve right away. It's so
bro.
weird because sometimes I feel like, all right, if we're both standing together and we're just in reality, no talking, there's no space. We're filling out our bodies, we're both in the space together, but sometimes it's like I could say something and it would make me far instantly we're farther away. And the more I start to explain that, I'm like the farther we get
Yeah.
and we get deep within our own space trying to explain it and connect.
Yeah. And push
Where some
ourselves
people do
away. And push
because you
ourselves
could just say
away.
one thing, like one clear thing we agree on, and it'll be instant connection, like
Yeah.
no distance. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is. It is. I said that's where all them entities and stuff exist. Is in that in between.
Yeah, once
They
you
don't
start to be
want
like, what do you mean? Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? It'll be like start wondering about there's a bunch of
As soon as you go into the darkness, bro, the in between that is like the travel space. That's like the dark. That's like the
we
dark
are
matter.
all
That's
imagination.
like it's like the infinite potential that's in there in that you know what I mean, in that between space is where creation could come from, and everything that light shines upon has been created by man. When you're inside of a house, when you're inside of an apartment or inside of a crib or in a backyard, when light is there, everything you see is made by man. Everything has been touched by man. The trees, the bushes, everything around you has been
Yeah.
tampered with by man. So when you go into the blackness, you're back to square zero. Like you're back to you. You're back to the self. You're back to the root of the being within you. Like you know what I'm saying. Like there's nothing else to grip onto. There's nothing else to trick you. There's nothing to Pied Piper you down this TV tube or whatever the fuck it is that you're in your sight. It's like an automatic message because it's already something that's been labeled. Once
Yeah.
it has a label on it, and you look at it, it's a rabbit hole. So if you
That's right.
eliminate all those rabbit holes, you eliminate all those rabbit holes, and now the rabbit holes within.
Yeah. Yeah. It's within. It's always been within.
Hmm.
It's always been within. We just so used to, looking at everything
That's
on the
why they say.
outside.
That's why they say to eliminate all those things that are outside. That if you look at them, they're gonna become questions. Like if your eyeballs are questioning, your eyeballs themselves are a question mark. So everything your fucking eyeballs land on is a goddamn question.
It's like soon as your eyeballs hit it, or you hear it, or you taste it, you begin to create the illusion instantly. Here goes
Instant.
the illusion. You feel me? One more again. Like so, I was seeing somebody. They said something like when a kid is growing up and they first see a bird and they ask what is that, and it's like that's a bird. They say, man, they just ruined it. They
Mhm.
ruined it for that kid. Now they gonna have the explanation of that meaning of what that thing is, that bird is, and that bird is actually just beyond that, well beyond that, just like we are. The circus,
Man.
literally imagine. He said the real you is literally imagination. Only that can explain the circus. Man, we get caught up. We like the circus, man. I like riding the Ferris wheel. I ain't gonna act the roller coaster. You feel me? All of it. All of it. It's just a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the
Everything is funny to
circus.
me. It's life. I bust my ass in a motorcycle accident being a coma. I think that's hilarious. Like, damn, that's just crazy, yo. Like, God thought I was like a puppet and shit, yo. Just thought it was funny. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, let's see what he do. Now let's see what he do.
Yeah. Yep. Look, just like I told you about my boy Job. Yo, look at him. Watch.
The cosmic giggle. A lot of people don't get that cosmic giggle though. They don't understand it. I was like, this is the cosmic giggle happening.
Well, if you think about it, though, the giggle itself, the laughter
Yeah.
itself, all that funny, right? It's powerful. It could get you kicked out of everything.
It's like the
It could get you into places sometimes. It's powerful laughter. Like it'll get you
yeah.
kicked out of every job. Get you kicked out of church. It'll get you kicked out of anywhere.
And
You
they
know what I
say like
mean?
the
And it's
chicken or
like
the
because it's
egg.
funny. It's because it's if you laugh or if you make people laugh, it's like you's a heathen, yo. But
Yeah.
at the end of
They ask,
but
did
at
the
the end of the
giggle
day,
come
like I
first
feel
or
that
did
I
the
told my grandmother like this before, like I feel that God um that I think God ain't serious. Like I feel like laughter is part of is a power. Like you know what I mean? If you can make people laugh, like I think there's God in that because for some reason like you could break a person's character, like they could have this fake ass character that they always carry around and you could find a chink in their armor and make them laugh.
Got him. What was you saying,
God.
Theo?
I'm like, God, like, it's the chicken and the egg. Did the joke, the cosmic joke, or the cosmic giggle? And it's like the future creating the past. Like, I think the giggle came first. It's just like that ripple, and that's the funniest part of the joke. You'd be
Yeah.
like, "What is the joke?"
And what's
You
funny
can't
is it's
stop
like
laughing.
the past creating the future at the same time. The future is creating the past because the future gonna put names on the past that they didn't even know
Yeah.
that's what it was called.
And only
Yeah,
time we
yeah.
in the future is when we start to be in the present, planning on the future, using the past of what happened, and then when we say what happens in the present, now that became the past.
Hey, yo,
Or
Easy.
what we say, and then
expanding
where
on
we
what
headed to next, where we plan on going somehow affects the history of
exp-
shit.
let me expand on
Can
what Theo's saying,
rewrite.
right? Like if the cosmic giggle, the first thing that happened was the laughter of God, which created the sound, which created everything. The That's why this room's make you giggle.
And then there's no reason. You're just there giggling.
Yeah, because that's how that sound is what created life.
Yeah, that sound. But it's wild because God, why wouldn't he be laughing? He playing every part.
What if it was Om? It was like a slow ass Om
What
meditation,
if
and then all of a sudden
it's,
it's like eat it
it's
up.
a joke?
He
You didn't get the
playing.
joke?
Yeah, a lot of
You
people
gotta
Yeah, you're
don't.
die?
playing every part. You're
Yo,
He
gonna
you
get
telling
playing.
the
me you
joke.
telling me that you gotta die to get the joke about how come you left your pinky toe on the bottom of that bed when you walk past it? That's that's a joke.
But yeah, sometimes you gotta play both sides, and then you get to play the third person. You're like, oh shit.
Yo, them old school beds, I think that was just made for my era. That when you walk past it, you leave your pinky toe and you just got to keep walking, dog. You can't even, yo, my pinky toe fell off over there when I banged into the bed mad hard when I had to
Don't
just step
even
away from this bed and just keep
it's
walking
not in the
away.
shower. Later, when you put your shoes on, if you notice you still have a pinky toe, you'd be like, cool.
Hey, it's
No, it's
crazy
like,
because it's like you said though. It's some of the stuff that happened to us. Later on, you can't do nothing. Like you know that motorcycle accident was crucial, but it's like later on you can't do nothing but laugh at it.
yeah, that's it.
You, it's like how? But okay, all right, all right. You know, I get it. I think I get it. Like you got it. You got
Also,
it.
for
All right.
laughing, like sometimes when people are like upset or they're angry, it's like that means they still like think something can change. They still have some illusion that something can change.
No,
So
I
something
think that if you,
beyond even
if,
accepting it is like
we have
laughter is
the
acceptance.
freedom, the gift of I guess freedom, right? So the freedom of choice and the freedom to get fucked up the way I did in a motorcycle accident, and whatever happened to me, I don't even remember, but whatever happened to me, that I was in a coma, right? And I think they induced me into a coma. I don't remember. I had brain injuries though. The helmet was tore back. I had my bones sticking out of my arms and shit like that, but I don't remember none of that stuff.
Yeah.
So the crazy part about it is like um whatever, like life, like if I like my choices, like if God is the way it is, they say they, because I was telling somebody was trying to explain to me something about God, that he saved me, like if he, and the way they said it to me made me feel like they were saying like he swooped in the hospital and kept me alive type of thing, and I was like, what, man? I was like, God seen the whole accident, yo. He was watching me like I was a little toy car, like driving me like whoa, and watching me smash the smithereens, and then just stay there with eating popcorn, watching me like, what's he gonna do now? What's next? You feel
I,
me? So like
I'm,
I was like, yo, I feel that um the choice of is what happens is after an accident like that, I have the choice if I want to frown up and then become a victim. And I don't even want Facebook. I never had no Facebook. I don't got none of that stuff. I didn't go cry about and post and show pictures of me recouping and showing the after, the before, none of it, none of this ego stupid stuff asking for likes or oh damn, or like, oh well damn, you survived, like all that stupid petty shit that motherfuckers be doing. My cousin, I seen him the other day posting something about his raggedy ass arm. I was like, bro, you act like you was in a coma or some shit, bro. Go lay down, man.
he
You
said,
know what I'm
God,
saying?
hey man, God got you through that, bro.
Huh?
God did. God got you through that. Through that. Hey, that's trippy though. Is I be thinking about that. I think that's what make me laugh about when people say that, because it's like, hold on, man, didn't a 3 year old just get hit
Yo,
yesterday?
listen, that's what everybody
And
said
you,
to me, right? And you know who didn't say that to me? The surgeon.
yeah, yeah, he
No, but he
sees.
did tell me. He told me that it was a. He said that he's seen already three people or a few people on his table that had the same situation that happened to them, except that for me, somehow he said that my upper body, like my arms and my legs, he said somehow it wasn't that I was super strong like a bodybuilder or nothing, but I was strong enough to withstand the whole crash and stay my hands on the handlebars, he said. And he said that from me doing that, every time my arms broke, it was all the impact that would have made my sternum crack against the gas tank on the bike. And I didn't crack my sternum, I didn't break nothing. He said I was supposed to break all my ribs and break my whole chest plate in half on the gas tank, but I didn't because I was holding on to the handlebars mad hard and my forearms was mad strong. But my my elbow first broke, pow, and that shit bone came out. Then the other side, the forearm snapped in half, pow. Then the other side broke, snapped again, pow. And my forearm snapped in three places before my body took any impact, and it kept on happening into my arms, pow, pow. So my arms broke like three on this side and two on the other side. My arms broke mad times,
But your hands
and
wouldn't
I
let
did
go.
nah, and I only broke two ribs on my right side and on my pinky toe on my left side. And he said that I must have been holding on to the bike. He said, because he said because of the injuries that I had, he said you must have been holding on to that bike. You was and the bike was wibbling out of control, and that you just stayed locked onto the bike, and that all the impact you just stayed there like pound 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 going through that shit, and I didn't flinch. Like you know what I'm saying? I didn't flinch through none of that shit, and he said that that saved me because I would have been tore to smithereens. Like, you know what I mean? Like my back, my chest would have been cracked open and all that shit because of the metal tank on the bike. And he said that my head, my helmet was smashed up and it was a full face mask and it was all smashed up and I had three brain injuries. So I would have been way worse. And he said I'm lucky. He's lucky that he's like I don't know how you didn't lose your whole leg or your whole arm or anything like that on the bike. Like you know what I'm saying? And none of it. I just and it's crazy that now if I'm go places, you can't even tell that I was ever in an accident unless I show you the scars. Like you know what I'm saying? But I still working on this arm and shit, trying to get it bend and all that stuff. But um, going through that is like yo, like I assumed that I would see death coming as when I was growing up, the way I was living life, and I was like, whatever, man. Like if I was gonna die, whatever, I was never afraid of it. But this time I was like, yo, um, I didn't remember the bike. I don't remember the accident. I remember I wouldn't have remembered dying. It was like I never happened. Like I never even existed.
Dang.
Damn.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. And so it made me think about shit like, damn, you gotta do something like, you know what I mean? And from messing with psychedelics, my brain. That's just why part of the reason why I was in a coma. They had to induce me part of it because I kept on being lucid through that shit, and they had to keep on inducing the coma on me because, and I think it's because of the psychedelic training that it makes you withstand and be aware in different things where you shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
you kept coming out the coma or something.
I wasn't. I was like my injuries. Something I was in the coma, whatever, because of the injuries or whatever happened to me. My blood loss. I don't know what happened to me. So when I came out of that, as soon as I came out of that, I was ripping out tubes and stuff. Like, what the fuck is this? Get the fuck out! Like, what the fuck? Like, I wouldn't know where I was at. Like, I don't know. I couldn't. They couldn't even console me. Like, I didn't know
Man,
what was going on. I don't remember none of that though. But since that happened, they had to knock me out. Bang. And they had to keep doing that to me and keep doing that to me. And it was like, we're gonna just induce him into a complete coma
man.
until my shit healed, until I got certain things. And I woke up out of there with two casts on both arms, and I thought I was in a shootout or something. I don't know what happened to me.
When did you start to remember what happened?
I never remember. Never,
So you don't even remember like when the wreck even first kind of started? How much of your
never.
memory did it take?
But I don't remember ever the bike and where it came from. I don't even remember the bike. Yo, I was with this girl before this happened, like before, like when the accident happened, and she showed me a picture of me on that bike with her in the bike, and I swore like it looked like a CGI photo. Like I was like, damn, that's me. At first, I was like, oh, that bike is I, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, oh, that's me. Like I didn't even know that was me in the picture, bro. Like you feel me?
Ah,
And like if like I don't remember taking the picture. I don't. It's not like I forgot. It's like I never knew. I never knew.
yeah.
I never even knew I took that picture. I never remember that bike. I never. I was like, how dare they show me doing me? Then I don't remember me.
Yeah, how they show me doing me? How I'm acting as me in this photo? This CGI. They getting good with
Yeah,
it. They getting good with the CGI. They getting good with it.
yeah. They getting good with this. This is like Truman Show. Yo, get out of here.
Yeah, but
You
as
feel
you like, how do you look at it now as you like recovering?
me? Yo, I still feel like I thought that I was good, and I'm still not good. There's mad stuff that I don't like. I blanked out on mad stuff. Like, yo, there's three different dudes that are telling me where I got that bike from. So I don't believe nobody. You feel me? I don't know
Yeah.
where the bike came from. One of my mans that told me he gave me the bike, he just died. Like a month or two ago. Like, you know what I'm
Whoa.
saying? Yeah. So it's like, I don't know where the bike came from, bro. And um, well, oh, like my memory is all chopped up. Like, I went to his funeral, that dude that I'm telling you about, and in that funeral when I was there, I seen a lot of people that I knew them, but I didn't know where I knew them from. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I know that's normal, but what I'm saying is like, it wasn't normal for me. Like, cause I know them, but didn't know. So it's like this lady came up to me and was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I knew who she was before she even came to me. I was like, "What's up?" I didn't know who she was, but I knew her. I know her, and I was like, "What up?" And I know she's like family type. It was immediate family. Like, "What up?" And I gave her a hug, gave her a kiss on the cheek. How you doing? And she was like, "You remember me?" And I said, "Yeah." And when I said yeah to her, I seen in her eyes the kind of like she disappointment, like she felt that I didn't remember her.
Oh
Because
yeah.
at that moment, as soon as she said, "Do you remember who I am?" I would say, "Yeah." And I was thinking about it, and in my mind, I'm thinking my mom when we moved from Jersey, and she this lady she knew from New York came to the crib, and this is the lady. Like I'm thinking this is the lady, like from that knew my mom, and this lady, and for me to think that at that moment in that funeral, that shit had no place in my brain because my mom and the funeral had no connection. Like you feel me? There was no connection with this, but I just put the face with this lady's face, and I thought that it was this lady from back in the day from somewhere else, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Nah, and she left. So it took me a whole 24 hours, right? I didn't think about it anymore, but the next day, it kept bothering me though, because I was like, damn, I know this lady. Where do I know this lady from? Is that her? Like, and I was like, damn, but I know her, yo. Yo, the next day, I woke up in the morning. It took me a whole 24 hours, and I was in the morning doing something, and I dawned on me like, damn, bro, that was one of my boy's moms. Like I knew that
Yeah.
I was in this lady's crib all the time. I stayed at that crib, yo.
God
They
dang.
moved. I helped them move. I lived at her crib before. Like it was crazy. I know this lady, yo. She cooked for me, dog. Like I knew this lady. Like I knew her
Dang.
for real. And I didn't even know it was her when I
Damn.
seen her.
Yeah, that's
You
God
feel
wild.
me?
dang.
So things like that like bother me, bro. Like you feel me? Like I'm like, dang, that's
Hey,
crazy to me.
no,
That never happened to me before till now.
no. What's crazy is how you put her on a whole nother body.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I
You
don't know
put her on
why.
a whole nother body in a whole nother reality. She probably was in that reality like, this ain't my reality. How you just gonna put me somewhere I don't belong?
I done
Oh
did
yeah,
that before though.
yeah. That's Sarah friend from. Did what you mean you
Yeah.
did that?
Man, I did that with my uncle that died, and this dude my grandma was dating that almost died. It was like two childhood memories, and so I put the dude who almost died, his face on my uncle, and so I remember my uncle being like a light skinned dude, but my uncle looked just like me.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. How'd you do that? How did that even play out?
Oh man, I had some trippy stuff happen as a kid, man, like some poltergeist shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't want to detract it though, cause I just popped in. Oh man, oh
Yeah,
Ozy be
Ozo.
coming with the real shit, boy. I'm still bucking up this crazy.
Yeah,
That
once.
motorcycle.
Yeah, the motorcycle accident. Once we get to talk about them psychedelic experiences.
I came right in on bow bow bow.
Yeah.
It was bow bow bow, and the motorcycle was shaking, and I was like, God damn.
Yeah, you held on, and he didn't held on. He didn't let go. It's probably a good thing he didn't let go. You probably would have been toe up. You'd have let go of that motorcycle.
Or
Yeah,
did
if I
you
would
let
have
go?
gone, I would have twisted off the bike. I would have probably ripped one leg off trying to twist off the bike, and I would have probably lost an arm. I would have broke my ribs, broke my sternum. I would have cracked my head worse. I would have been all tore back. And he said there was already like a couple of people on this table with the same kind of accident at the same speeds, and they didn't survive.
Dang. So how did they know how fast you was going?
They said the velocity to break them bones like that was fast. Yo, because the forearm broken three. No, my on my right arm, my my elbow gone. The and the forearm broke in three places. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
And then the
Dang.
other side, two places. Pow, pow. So that's a bunch of It was like shocks, like like shocks on a bike. My arms were the shocks.
Yeah, yeah, because they was just
Yeah, yeah,
as they was
yeah,
going.
yep.
Man, I
And
just seen folks. Somebody was
even
talking
though
about
it was broke,
what
I
was
still
in comas and
let it
shit.
happen. Hmm?
It don't really take the pain away. They give you multiple medications, and one of the medications makes you forget the pain you experienced.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, they were giving me psych meds and all type of stuff that I knew. This is the reason why I said that my psychedelics fortify the brain in a different way that is still under
Yeah.
studies. They're still doing studies on and stuff. Me, here I come that I done took 30 grams before I went up in there. Like so I'm like I'm on another level with my I done took a whole bunch of trips. I've been in here talking to y'all for a long time. So before that trip, before I had that accident, I already had my brain on doing flexing it back and forth, going through, you get it like you can't even talk sometimes, and then sometimes you get stuck, and there's all this stuff that your brain goes through. So now it's like the brain is flexible as hell. So I went through that accident, and they said it messed up my frontal lobe, and at one point they was gonna crack my head open to cut a hole in my head to relieve the pressure
Pressure.
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't do it because in like a few hours it went down. It was swole until they was about to do it, and something happened. Like right before they was gonna do it, it went back. It went down enough that they was like, nah, we ain't gotta crack his head, crack his head open. Then I would have been asked out too. Would I
You
crack
don't
open his
remember,
head?
like you wasn't getting no near death experience or nothing.
Nah, nothing. It was like I never happened. It was a blink, and I woke up in the hospital, and I don't remember. I just woke up and I see my sister, and then I like kind of was tired. And I was like, damn, I got cast. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what happened. And I was drowsied up. They was giving me, they was putting injection, they was putting something into the IV, and it was dripping me. And I was boom, and I was out, and I woke up, and I was like, I felt like I was there 3 days.
Oh
And
Damn.
then
man.
when I told my
Yeah.
sister, like, yo, when can I get up out of here? I've been here 3 days. Yo, you know what? It's funny, yo. I swear on everything, yo. My sister, um, she was there, right? Like, in the hospital, and she was telling me that she felt some type of after, like, this is after. She's telling me she felt some type of way about the nurses because they was trying because the nurse was like, "Are you his girl?" Like they was worried about if my sister was my girlfriend or something like that, and my sister was like, "Nah, that's my brother." And they was like, "Oh my God, that's your brother!" Like, damn, like he was in a terrible accident, blah blah blah. And they over here taking me to sponge bath me or whatever, and I don't remember none of this stuff. And they're telling my sister stuff about me that my sister was like, "Yo, y'all wilding a little bit too much about with my brother."
Hey, so
Because they were giving her too much information about me that my sister didn't want to know.
but okay,
And
look. After that, and all was said and done, and you had, I know you dove in on mushrooms. Like after the
mhm,
fact, you didn't get
yeah,
no visuals of what happened.
nah, nothing, nothing, bro. Like I still got like mad problems with like things like I never stuttered before really, and now it's like I'll be stuttering with finding the right word.
Yeah,
Oh shit. True, you ain't never had no surgery?
yeah,
Or you did?
yeah.
Oh, see, you know. Cause that's the only thing I'm thinking about is my surgery. It's shit. It's like fading into the next scene, bro.
Hmm.
Nah, I
You
was
out of
blacked
there
out.
and then you back.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it was with me. I was blacked all the way out. And they put me
I
to
ain't gonna
All
sleep.
of
hold
I
you though.
you.
said,
I woke up in my shit. I woke up in the middle of my surgery,
There you go. See, that's what happens right there. That's the type of shit that's
bruh.
where they gonna keep me highly sedated. They already got it in my record or some shit that they got to keep me out because it's like I'll be getting up. Like, yo, they gave me something because of the psychedelics. Is what I'm saying about the mind fortification and all that. Because I was in a room somewhere and they give me these pills and all these different things. They try to switch it up on me and they give me something. And I'm sitting in the room and I'm seeing the squiggles on the walls. The squiggles you see when you're tripping. The
yeah,
little clockwork. I see
yeah,
clockwork, but it's a different color. Instead of being that purple black, that purple black, like a blue black. Fucking the mushrooms is like a purple black blue color. I guess I don't know, like swirly stuff that's like electric or something. This
yeah,
thing was like a tan, reddish orange, something like that, colors of swirls. And I was like, I looked at my sister and I was like, yo, what the fuck did you give me, yo? What did they put in that thing? What did the lady just come in here and stick into that thing, yo? And she was like, nothing. That's just medication to whatever. And I was like, nah, they give me something psychedelic, yo. And she was like, nah, they wouldn't give you that. I was like, yo, Liz, I ain't even playing. I'll rip this thing out my arm right now, yo. They gave me some type of psychedelic, something because it's doing something to my eyeballs, yo. And she was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "I see shit, yo. What the fuck you mean?" And she was like, "What you mean you see shit?" And she threw me. I don't know which way she took this, yo. But I'm like, yo, I see little things. Like I'm in a fucking square inside of a square inside of a square over here. Like, what you mean, yo?
yeah. I'm
And she
seeing
was
fractals right now.
Damn.
like, yo. So my sister be saying the story like that. She didn't know what I was talking about. But you understand what I'm saying? I was telling her I see this. That I shouldn't be seeing this if I'm in the hospital, yo. Why am I seeing this? And I was like, I don't want no more of that medication. Don't give it to me no more, yo. And she was like, all right, I'll tell them. And I was like, yo. And then I went to go pee, and my pee was like an orange. And I was like, what the fuck is this, yo? And she was like, yo. And she told the nurse, and it was like, oh no, that's just the medication and whatever. That's just that medication we gave you. And I was like, why, yo? Like what? Like what, man? I ain't taking that no
Wait,
more.
was it like that neon orange?
Yeah, like some weird
Yeah,
orange,
yeah,
like
yeah.
soda
No,
or
that
something. I
is
was
the
like, what is
medication.
this, yo?
I
Pissing
know
soda
because
out here.
my goof ass tried to pass a piss test one time, and I took the bullshit, and I went in there to the try to piss in that cup, and my shit was looking like hot Cheeto. I mean, straight up Cheeto juice in that little cup. But it left me out of the clinic.
I'm
They said, where you get this from? You
Bro, it
tried to
was
turn it in. Did they take it?
African dude. The hell, the African dude was like, I cannot. They will laugh at me if I try to give them this sample.
That's African dudes are always keeping a Honda. They keep it a
Oh,
You will laugh
Honda.
at me.
They will laugh at me.
they will not take this. Do it again.
That shit is crazy too, bro.
You got to do it
Yo, you know what
again.
I'm saying? But them African dudes, man, they was like, "What? You gonna embarrass me? Nah, this is fake."
That's crazy.
You know,
Although
you know,
you never had them experiences where where it seemed like you seen your life just play front to back and just play straight through.
nah. I have experiences that I didn't know whose life I was. I was someone else's life.
What you
I was
mean?
like an Asian dude in one of them, going through some war zone that it was crazy. I had to go through some real stuff shit, yo. Like that was like a movie, dog. Like I was like I couldn't believe that I was in there. Like I didn't even remember that I took shrooms. I don't remember nothing. Like I was just in this
Oh
zone and I
yeah,
was just
you
you
was
know what I
that
mean? I was
person.
doing what I did. And I see my girl get exploded in front of me when I was that dude. His wife got
Yeah.
exploded with a bunch of people in the house in front of me, yo. And I had to the explosion blew me back, and I had to go across this little moat of water that I already knew that's where they were throwing all the bodies at. And I had to crawl through all these nasty ass dead bodies, and there was dudes coming with soldiers that were shooting everything that moved, like, pop, 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 pop. And I was crawling through these bodies, and they was even shooting bodies that looked like they might still be alive, like pop, 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 pop,
Damn.
pop. And I was trying to hide through these woods, through these damn weeds and stuff. Yo, the whole thing was super real, bro. And I didn't realize that I wasn't that dude, but I was
God
that dude
damn.
at that time.
Yeah, dang, yeah.
Hmm.
I ain't never went like seen it like that, but I was
I
that.
do.
I was
I
that
never.
I was like that dude that was like the Count of Monte Cristo. Like
Oh damn. Oh yeah,
Fabio or
yeah, yeah. You had
somebody,
to
bro.
put that.
I had on
You
the
had to put
silk,
that.
yeah, the weird pirate looking clothes on, like the pirate shirt, like Pirates of the Caribbean, and
Yeah,
I was at the
yeah.
beach. You feel me? My kids, I had like two black horses, and I'm just chilling with my family at the beach. But it's like many
Damn.
times, like I never could understand that how I can go into another person's body. Like I was this
That's
Mexican
crazy.
dude. I was this Mexican dude sitting in the car. My socks was pulled all the way up to my shins. I had on some cut off khakis. And I was sitting in the car. I had on, man. I seen my whole self. And like I was
Yo,
even
that's the
looking in the
thing.
mirror. I was looking in the mirror singing the song that I had playing on the radio. And I'm like, going,
Yo.
man, that shit was trippy as hell. But I didn't.
But when you was there, right? There was no difference. You was that person, but you wasn't
Yeah,
that person.
yeah. This didn't exist. This didn't
Yeah, yeah.
exist.
That's
Every
my point.
time I went, like even whenever I go in the trip or I have these experiences, this place don't exist no more. It disappears.
How do we
I
know
have
this
no
in the
recollection
game?
of it.
How do we know this in the game then that we're just so hop that our soul, our little being that we are is just a hop skippity that just
Bro,
Yeah,
hops into the
bro,
human.
I'm telling you. I think about this shit all the time.
yeah,
All the fucking time, man. All the fucking time.
So
When I was,
that's probably why if you
when I
have
was
a
younger, bro,
family, you have a
I heard the
lot of
frequency.
generational family, you could be born back into your family.
yeah,
Man,
yeah,
come on, bro.
yeah, yeah. Man, I still that one time I seen myself come to this place and get old. But the ones that killed me is when I woke up and I was in Egypt. Like I was like the dog head pharaoh or something. And I jumped
Oh,
up. I jumped out my bed. I'm looking at my room like, oh shit! I'm seeing these little dog head ornaments and these different Egyptian ornaments sitting on the dresser and different stuff around the room. And I walked to the. It had like a wide open space to where you can go out and look over like a balcony type structure, and you can see whole Egypt. And I walked out there and I'm just looking out like, what the hell? But at that time, I was just that person. I was that person. I wasn't. It
You
was
a
like you
person.
don't remember this. This don't even
Yeah.
exist.
yeah.
It don't
It's
even
just
So
don't
exist.
exist.
the way we got here is like a cheat code to that we shouldn't even exist. There's you 40 years ago were two people, and before that you was you was four people, and before that you was eight people, and it keeps going back. And then for you to
Yeah.
be born, you came out of 20,000 sperms. You was the only one. Yeah, it's like a cheat code on top of a cheat code. Like there ain't nobody. Trust me.
Yo, yo. You got no flashback of a past life?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Bro,
listen,
I got
yo,
mine, so I know how I died last time.
oh damn. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
how
had a
that
couple of
happened?
dreams. I guess.
Hey, it was late seven. I think it was like 78, and I got into well, I ain't really get into it, man. I guess I just I was talking to this dude wrong behind this little disco. I was real frequent at the clubs and whatnot, you know, but I wasn't just like a club, and I think I had business there or something because I was always hitting all the clubs. And some dude, he was a real, he was, you know, as true as say he was a buster. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to him crazy or something, and he had went off, and I was in the back of the disco, and dude came up on the side of me, and I barely caught him out of the peripheral before he put a snub nose to the left side of the back of my head and popped me, and I had an afro, and obviously, you know, I was out of there as soon as it happened, and I mean, it played it out so clear. I remember hitting the concrete. I remember what the concrete smelled like. It was kind of like oily. And
Dang.
I remember laying there and just feeling my warm ass blood go all over the side of my face and soak up my afro until I faded out.
Dang. That's wild. Cause every time I did the past life thing, like even when I didn't remember all that. I didn't
Man,
even
I tell
remember
I
all
never,
you,
I
that.
never,
it get
I never
creepier
told
than
you.
that because
Yo,
right where I
I had
got
the same
popped at,
one.
I had an accident in this life, and I got a scar in that very same spot.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what I see, but that's what I'm saying. Those little moments right there is what connect all the different
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
realities. It's
Straight
like
up.
even though we came back within this life, we still it's like that aspect of the last life is still there because it's playing the same time
Yeah.
as
Hey,
this one. And a lot of
true. Ozone.
Yo,
oh, what's up with it, Eric B?
yo,
Hey,
listen, yo, huh?
hey, remember what I said about going to the places, go up in there and come back out? It was great.
You going?
It actually happened every time. Am I going out again?
Yeah, yeah. You going in and out. You cutting in and out. Hey, but I think all existence is happening at one time. So it's like it's not no yesterday and different things like that. It's all
Yeah.
happening at one time. So when you go in, you can go in and be at any point in time. You can be in the future because it's like the future is happening right now.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
seen that
all
movie?
time is happening right now. Which one?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that
Mm.
shit.
yeah, like that.
Yo, you know, I remember having the same. It wasn't even a trip. It was a dream that I had that I was. I don't know what happened throughout the dream, but the only part that was the most vivid part of it all was I was walking in the building. There was a party going on, and I was walking through. I was going up the stairs in the hallway, and I could hear the music bumping. And when I get to the hallway to get into the building, the door was open. There was people around the doorway, and as soon as I stepped past the doorway, I kind of stopped in front of the doorway for a second to let someone, whatever there was, like people, whatever was going on, and and as soon as I stepped through the archway in the doorway, I knew when I fucked up when I passed by the door that was open and pinned because I've been in the hood my whole life, yo. So I already know in the hallways the trick, the technique is to if you pin them metal doors back, there's always a pocket behind those doors where you could stash. You could stand back there, yo, and have the heat on you and be right there, standing there, and come out from behind that metal door, like you know what I'm saying. So in this dream I'm walking and I'm familiar with it was all people from my hood, like it was different people, like people I know, like it was people that I kind of know. It was kind of some people were like a blend of different people that I know. And then as I'm going to where I'm going and I got to that door, as soon as I passed that doorway I knew I messed up because I didn't look back, and I felt someone standing there behind me, and and the burn, they put the heat right to the back of my neck and shot me like pow right in the, and
Dang.
when the shot went off, I clenched my shoulder to my ear mad hard, and I woke up like that with my ear, with my holding my ear like that, and for the whole week and a half I had a crooked neck, like I got shot in the neck
Oh
real.
dang.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it made me never. It taught me a lesson. That dream, I never walked into places without checking the doors, like making sure, like in places where there's parties, I made sure there was never a hidden spot where someone's standing there that I didn't see who was standing right there.
I be feeling like that's genetic memory, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
genetic.
shit
Yeah.
happened from other lives and it get passed down through the through genetic memory.
to somebody in the family, they just like,
You
yo,
do you
yeah,
think? Do you think the? Do you okay? Look, when you think about like ones that are like kind of running stuff, right? What if they do have the knowledge or understanding how to, get to that space, and then be able to come back whenever they want? Like like they can hold on, they can actually hold on to the person that they are now, even though they get a different body, but they remember that person that they was before, and
Oh
before and
hell yeah.
before.
government and powwows can outsource by bringing a lot of people in and finding out.
I, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That situation I told you about, I'm still pretty much that same nigga.
Yeah, man. I said, I'll be like, man, they be talking about the ancestors. I'm like, we is the ancestors.
Bro,
Like, how you don't know we the ancestors? Because a
for
hundred, two
real.
hundred years, 300 years from now, that's what they gonna be calling us. 1,000 years from now, that's who we gonna be. We gonna be the
Like,
ancestors.
you know how many goddamn ancestors this got to be? You wouldn't even you don't even know the people at your family reunion. Can you
Yeah,
imagine the ancestors for real? People from the 1900s, 1800s, 17.
1700s.
Come on, come on,
Uh,
bro.
planet, a whole planet of people related to you.
Come
Related
on,
to
bro.
you.
That ain't make no sense.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Planet or continent.
I think that's the one that I
I'd
always
like to
geek
go.
off of when it comes to like information and so-called knowing. It's like trillions of people that didn't walk this planet, and
Straight
every
up and down.
time they came, they felt like they knew what it was at the time they was here.
Come on.
All of them, and it's like trillion, million, trillion, billion, million, 100,752. That's you. That's you. And you go, I know it. I got it. I got it. And it's like still a part of us in there. It knows what it is. That's how come a lot of us when we take these travels, we can handle it. I don't know me. I let that thing in there, whatever it is, take over because that thing knows how to travel. That part of me knows about existence and how to go in and out of these places, these certain realities and dimensions. It knows what to do, exactly what to do, and it
See?
just
And that's what I'm saying. I be feeling like I'm fucking up. I be feeling like I'm fucking up the safe zone that's been created for me by questioning reality. Like a kid trying to jump out the playpen. Like this shit's set up to where I don't remember and I don't know shit for a
yeah.
reason. But me keep trying to figure shit out. I'm jumping out the playpen, but at the same time, maybe I need to be out of the playpen. You know?
It's wild because I feel like in the end, bro, we gonna see we was just chasing ourselves.
Yeah,
We was
yeah, I
chasing
think so.
ourselves, trying to find ourselves, trying to know who we was, who we is, and how we got
Yeah,
here. We chasing that self. Because the
yeah.
self is saying that you need all these things. You need to know this. You need to know that. And you go, the dragon chasing his tail. And you go into the straight loop. It's a loop for sure. For
I think
sure.
that's what, for me at least, I think that's what this shit really, I hate saying that's what it's about, but I think that's one of the big things I'm supposed to be getting out of this is just experience. I want to know what I'm like in a bunch of different experiences.
Yeah.
That's it. Because like I'm in a void, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hit myself up against any possible thing to determine what I am. You got to go left to know what right is. You got to go right to know what left is. You feel me? And I'm just trying to figure it out. Maybe I'm trying
But
to chase my own tail.
yeah,
But
that's
I want
why.
to know what my own tail tastes like.
Yeah, trying to see what, but you, and it's wild because like when you that infinite entity being all these different things, it's just you that you chasing because you already that infinite thing. You created the language. You created
Yeah,
the spiritual side of it. You
yeah.
created all these different things, and then
And I
decided to
think that
live in them and be them.
I think that's what turned a circle into a spiral is the awareness. When you realize you can still be doing it, but when you realize that you're doing it, that's when you can kind of sit back and get almost like break the fourth wall type of perspective, and that's
Yeah,
what'll take you instead of just going in a loop, you kind of spiraling upwards or
yeah.
spiraling downwards, whatever.
When you, it is wild. Like I think I still go off that saying. That dude said, you feel me? Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment,
Yeah,
chop wood, carry water.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
Ain't no
ain't
telling
nothing
what's happening now.
changed. You can
Yeah,
reach the furthest of this right here, but you know what it's gonna
yeah,
do when you get there? It's gonna make you create it and expand it a little more, and expand
yeah,
it a little more, and expand it a little more. You're gonna keep trying to expand it yourself because you know it's like we the prison and we the prisoner. We the prisoner inside our own prison that we creating and building around us.
yeah, yeah.
But it's dope. It's dope though at the same time because just to see the prison that some people in, you
Hey, boy, I gotta take that true quote. It's a wicked
yeah,
understanding,
it's a
bro.
wicked understanding, man. It is a wicked understanding. That's that beautiful ugly. It's beautiful, but it's ugly at the same time because it will get ugly and it'll get beautiful. As I said, man, it's like this thing got it's two faced.
Ain't
It's
no
two
beautiful
faced.
without ugly.
Yeah,
Ain't no left without right.
yeah, yeah. Got to be a left and a right. They whole yin
Yeah,
yang thing.
yeah, yeah, man. I really think it's like the Hadron Collider. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Yeah.
just smashing particles together to see to see what shit made out of.
Hey,
And as we learn about the microcosm, we learn about the macrocosm.
have you ever thought of what you gonna do with it once you get it?
Hell no. Hell no.
I go, dang man, I got it. I already got it. I'm doing with it what I thought I was gonna do with it when I got it. I was gonna play with it and see how far I could go out in it
No,
and
I'm
say
lying. I'm
I
not.
ain't it.
The first time I went in, I thought I was gonna change something. I'm like, I don't care how trippy this shit get. If I get a chance or the power in any way to change some shit, I'ma do it. And when I got the opportunity, I folded like a motherfucker because I realized that this shit is way more involved. It's like the butterfly effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so involved.
yeah. It's
You
gonna
dealing
go.
with like just a lot of people, a lot of lives, different
Yeah,
timelines, all this shit be
different
intermingled.
timelines. Dang, bro, that's a lot. That's a
You feel me?
lot.
You
That's a
feel me?
whole
I
lot.
picked up this life, in my other life, my daughter died on her wedding night. You know what I'm saying? Like some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Oh dang, yeah, I seen that a couple of times. It kind of freaked me out. Kind of, I seen myself drop, and then
Oh,
the other me just kept going and said, "Oh, I made this one to go a little longer." And I'm like, "Wait, what? What you
mm,
mean?" It's like, dang,
mm,
okay, like I can create an infinite amount of me's in this space, like an infinite amount, to where when this one go, like I can jump into that one. This one won't even know it left when that one take over. That one just going. It remind me of Resident Evil, how they kept on making
mm.
homegirl over and over again. And then they send her through the thing, and then when she died, they just make another one and send that one through until the final one be able to make it through the whole puzzle, through the whole little shit.
Yeah.
And then that one do the same thing. It start looking for where it came from and what it is.
but it's
Start the
like
journey all over.
I ain't never, with all the times I've ever been in this shit. Okay, present at this very moment included.
Yeah.
But uh, I have never felt like my experience is complementary to other people's experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Oh
feel
yeah.
like this is helping somebody else, and I ain't never felt connected to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if I learn this, I can bring it back for somebody else. They gotta learn it for themselves in their own way.
Yeah. Yeah, which is trippy. Which is
Yeah.
trippy. That's,
It's like the most connected and the most alone I've ever felt
and
at the
that's a
same time.
you ever had those experiences where you was there,
What?
you was the only one in the whole universe? Did nobody
What?
else exist? It
What?
was just you?
What?
So
I'm talking about it's so empty you feel the emptiness.
yeah.
You ain't even felt emptiness like that. It just feel like everything go on forever,
Yeah,
but it's nothing but
forever.
you
Forever.
don't even know
It's
up, down, left, right. Oh yeah.
yeah. Nothing.
I
Nothing.
wasn't even a body, but this is the crazy part. I was able to I was able to speak. I hate saying speak. I would say express myself into the void through, I guess you could say, in a telepathic way. You know, it
Yeah.
was kind of like just projecting my thoughts out into the void, and the void will respond back the same way.
Oh, like a mimic.
No, 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 I wasn't mimicking. It was
No, I'm
talking
talking
back.
about the void is like was mimicking what you were saying or like an
Nah, it
echo.
wasn't mimicking what I was saying. It talked back.
Oh dang.
I was like, "What is this?" And the void told me, "You have to die. If you want to go for it and you want to see what this is, you want to go into, the darkness, you have to die." And I'm
Dang.
like, man, what? I still remember where I was at. This was the first time I had tripped out, and I was looking in the mirror, and I was looking into my own eyes, and then it just started this infinite reflection, and
Oh
boom,
yeah.
yeah, I was out of there. And then
Dang.
it told me you gotta die. And I'm like, bro,
I,
I
I
I
don't
don't want to
wanna
get
I,
found in my little apartment up here
I
and
don't wanna
shit. I
die.
ain't ready for this
I
shit.
don't
But I literally said, you know what, man, fuck it. I'll go ahead and die. I do it. And I bullshit you not. The void kind of like, I don't want to say it changed the voice. It just changed the feeling. And
yeah.
the feeling went from like this ambiguous, you must die, to like, this crazy motherfucker was really about to do this shit. Man, get your ass
oh, oh
it took me out.
dang.
It's
Wow,
like you
that's
finally accept that lesson,
Yeah.
whatever lesson it was, and once you accept it or whatever it was trying to show you, it kind of brings you back to soberness or reality.
After it laugh at you.
man, laugh like a motherfucker, bro. It laughed the whole way out. I mean, I
That's
was in
funny.
nothing. Yeah.
I was in the when I was in the void. I didn't even. I was the void. I didn't even. I didn't have. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know. I was just chilling because I didn't know nothing. I couldn't. I didn't know no words or anything. It was trippy as hell, man. It's like I didn't know nothing. I couldn't think nothing. I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't hear nothing. I was like literally the nothingness itself. And then
But
a
you was
light.
observing it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of looking around, but there's just blackness.
No, I mean, I hate when I say you say observing, not like with the eye. It's like you experiencing it though.
Yeah, you
You know,
experiencing it. Cause
you ain't got no eye. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no
man, you ain't got
option.
none of that, no body, nothing. And like I seen a little light, and when I seen that light, I started going towards it. It was that was the wildest part. Cause when I got to it, I was in the cloud. I was like way up in the sky in the clouds, and I seen this like Asian looking dude. He was sitting at a table that was made out of clouds, and he was looking at this like a table, and it was like flat Earth. It was like flat Earth on the table, and he had his hands in it, and like his hands, they was like from like almost a little bit above the wrist down was like, you know, kind of see through because they was in this thing, and he was so deep into it. It was like he was lost in it. He was lost in whatever this thing was. And I'm like looking at him, it brought me all, it was wild because I was floating. But it wasn't no me. It was just like I was just this like consciousness or something to where I just floated looking at him in his face, looking at him down his shirt, down his arms. And when I got to his hands was my hands. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Like they was my hands. And I'm looking at my hands in this thing. And then I just went through that and went through the clouds and went all the way down into the planet, bro. And I was in some city, and like every time I look at somebody, like I seen this dude walking with a suitcase, and when I looked at him, I became him. And I start walking with the suitcase, and in my mind, I'm going, man, I gotta hurry up and get to work. And I'm like, oh, on my way to work, and woo, and I look over here, and I look at this person over here, and I just instantly went into them and started being them. But every time I look at somebody, I was just instantly going into them. And I'm like going, bro, this thing is not what we think it is.
And it's trippy because it's like you would think you would remember, oh, okay, I'm not really this person. I'm just getting pulled into this. Every person you get pulled into, you really believe that shit.
Yeah, you really believe
it's like
it.
you lose your memory.
Yeah, you lose everything else. Like when I was diving in on 4ACO, it happened so many times. I just got used to it. I just start being that person because what else can you do? You don't have no choice. You just that person. You just that person, and it's like you just be that person to be like, okay. Let me go to this bus stop and get on this bus like I usually do.
Straight up. And I think I'm gonna be real with you. Like this version of me is like the real version of me. This version wants to know other shit, but other versions of me was cool only being involved with the shit that I was involved with and not knowing nothing else.
Damn. Yeah.
Like you talking about how you go into the lives and shit. Like, and you just, you bus driver. You worried about driving that bus and making sure that tire don't go flat, bus driver shit. And I ain't worried about the rest of the world. With this version of me, I want to know about the damn cosmos.
Yeah, I want to see it all.
This is me being me though. But you know what I'm saying? I'm still stuck in the same thing. It's just this version of me wants to know shit.
Wants to see it. Wants to see what it all the way
now,
is.
One crazy ass trip had me feel like I took a download and remembered all the times I had this same life right here, which was like 1,000 times it felt like. And then it took me to the spot where I remembered all the different times, different ways I died in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Hold up. Like
1,000 fucking times, bro.
What you mean, like similar to the life you got, like dead ass similar, like
basically,
same neighborhood?
Not exactly same. Basically, I died the same ways because I never learned a certain thing. Like I was basically dying like 60 times the same way.
Oh, this some groundhog.
Then I would get to it, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? How come I couldn't remember?" But when it took me to the place where I could remember, it was just so painful. Like, damn, I gotta forget all the experience I just gained. And then start over at this spot, and it'll take me to like a deja vu point, like where I'll be like, "Oh, I feel like I've been here before," and then it would show me how I lived it out, and then died again, or you feel me, just some weird shit like that. Just kept doing this in hella time.
Yeah, over and over.
Like in that loop.
Over and over. I've been in that one.
Damn.
And just like you said, like the last one was like, I think we were getting nuked or something. And I was like, fuck it, man. Everybody got to die. And I kind of accepted it. I was like, wherever it sends me back to, I'm just ready. Then once I kind of did that, I just woke up sober, like got up sober off the bathroom floor. Like,
that's what
I'm sober now.
But that be the best part because it's like at times it be trying to tell you something and you don't hear it. But as soon as you hear it and you recognize what it's telling you, what the mushrooms is telling you, it just stopped. And it's like, wait, hold on, man. I thought I was going. It's only been 3 hours. Supposed to, I got 5 left.
Because like even in them things before I ever got on like Crew's little channel to talk because I just used to be in the comments and shit. Like you feel he's logging in, but never getting on the Discord. But it was showing me on the Discord and us already knowing about it, talking about it. I'm like, yeah, we done did this before.
Oh, that's
Like
crazy.
it's just crazy as fuck to me. Like
That's
I was
wild.
like, fuck it, I'm basically gonna tell True my trip, and I've been
Bro, it's
here on
still
ever
like
since.
that? Like you still
Huh?
feel like you going through save points and shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to me if I die. Like right now, if I died, I would just accept it. But at the end
But
of the
like
day, I
you
really
still get
don't know.
deja vus and whatnot?
Not as heavy as it was on that trip.
Oh, that means you probably making it further than you did last time.
Yeah.
Man. Had them deja vu. That's them
I
checkpoints.
didn't have them realities where
Yeah.
I was blaming Truth that I was dying because I basically like was taking the heavy doses of mushrooms. But for this particular dealer, he had fed me like some death cap shrooms or something, and it was killing me. And I remember like it was a reality when I was blaming True because I remember hearing on the channel, yeah, you can't die unless you eat your own body weight or something. I just forgot like a fact like that. So I was like, all right, I could deep dive. And when it was killing me, it was like, yeah, you listen. You, remember?
Wow.
It fucked up. It fucked up now.
You know you done messed up,
And you
don't
already
you?
did. You already died like this like 50 times, and it was showing me every time I basically got to that point where I was grabbing the mushrooms again, not knowing, eating them, and then dying. Like
And then doing it again. Same
yeah,
thing.
hella time.
Dang.
I know how that shit feel when you just accept it. Like when you say it, like the
Yeah.
nuke came
But
in
I
one of
ain't
the
accepted
lines.
for hella long. That's what I'm saying. Like it took me so
Yeah.
long to accept it. That's why it happened to me like 1,000 times. Like the one of the weirdest ones was like we ain't even conscious for real. Like this thing that I think is consciousness is actually just a ant in the Amazon, but he's been like frozen stuck. Like he got a spore popping out his head, and he just like it's the whole trail of them. Like they just
Yeah.
frozen in time or whatever. But that
Oh,
crystallized
shit.
substance is like what makes people think they have conscience because we're actually living in it. You feel me? And we're actually experiencing it. But it was like you're no significance in this little ant that
This-
think he's still alive. Like he's real still doing his thing. Like thinking
Yeah.
he's marching and doing, but in reality, his ass is like frozen, stuck in time with a spore popping out his head type shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, that one fucked me up too. That one was like, what? That's all this consciousness is? That's all I am? I was tripping for hella long.
That's a
And I
real
wasn't
thing though.
accepting it. I wasn't accepting it for hella long until like that last vision it showed me. First it showed me in jail that I was doing life and shit. And I was recollecting the last day. I was damn near blowing my own head off. I was doing hella crazy shit. Like all these different deaths. But yeah, the last one was that nuke.
Damn.
He said the nuke, huh? Dang.
They're real. Oh shit.
This is the land
That's a
of
weird thing.
this is the land of psychedelic experiences.
Straight up.
So many of them come through here. It's like,
Man. The DMT files.
yeah, the DMT files. This is like that mushroom thing though. That do make you think about it because you know when them ants when them spores go into them ants, that's exactly what they do. It make them do exactly what they want. Climb
That's
up to
what I
the
was
top of
saying.
that
It's a real
bush.
thing. I saw
Yeah.
that shit on Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
They take over his brain, like they'll actually get into the brain, and they'll have the ant moving around doing the bidding of the spores and shit.
Yeah, the spores. Hey,
Yeah.
mine, I see it was like, man, I had like it looked like a little circle of dots, almost like a wingworm on my arm, some type of little sore. And I'm looking at it, and bro, I zoomed in, and when I zoomed all the way in, I was in the universe I was looking at all the planets and everything. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then
Oh, shit.
I went further and I went further, bro, to where I was like way up there looking at this planet, and I start coming down to this planet and coming down to the state. And then when I came back down, I was above myself, looking at my arm. And then I went
Yeah.
back into my body looking at my arm and I did it again. It did it like 1,000 times. I was
Nick,
like, I get it, I get
Nick,
it, but I don't get it. Still, it was like,
that's
nah,
that's
the
what
whole,
you standing. When you zoom out so
Hey,
far, you zoomed in.
yeah. So far,
hey,
you
true.
zoomed in. It was like the universe can exist. This whole universe right now is can exist under somebody's fingernail right now. I can just be that dirt under their
Yeah.
fingernail, and that's how long it lasts. Is when they go and they take a bath and they clean it.
That's on the
The
episode of The
universe is
Simpsons.
over, huh?
That's
Hey,
on
hey,
the
true.
episode of The
What,
Simpsons.
what's
Hey,
up with it,
uh,
Eric B?
okay, you remember that on that episode of Rick and Morty? They went into this. They kept on going into this other universe. This other guy said, "You go now. You in my universe." Then he goes into this other universe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
That's,
battery, the car battery joint.
yeah, the
Yeah,
battery. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
yeah. I remember that one. That was a good one. like, like, man, ain't that funny? Look at them, two scientists fighting over. Dude said, "Wait, hold on, man. I was at work. My father died, and I was working on this." He just jumped in the ship and just ran it into the wall. Said, "This forget this. Got me twisted. Got me trapped up in here." But I gotta head out, y'all. Yeah, it's late. I gotta get up in the AM. So I'm about to head out.
You already.
Yeah, I'm gonna holla at you tomorrow in tune.
Right on, man. If I see you on there, I'm gonna try to pop in.
All right, Eric B, Ozo, Allie, UL, peace out. And peace out to everybody out there, man. Thanks for joining. Like I said, the Discord is always open to anybody that want to join and come share their experience. The Discord is always open. As you can see, it's crazy because I know the videos be long sometime, but within the videos, you always get a nice experience, a psychedelic experience within the videos. Every time. There's not a time to where somebody not sharing, something new that they seen and or experienced when they dove in. It's just crazy how life just is. How it is, and this is why this is here is for us to come together and be able to share with each other all these things. So, like, if you got something to share out there, don't be scared to jump in, because, like I said, we give you the floor to where you can talk and say what you got to say, and we'll piggyback off of you at times, because I'm not here to try to teach nothing or none of that. I'm just here sharing experiences. This is true life stories, and all we doing is sharing life experiences, and that's what it's about. You feel me? We gonna learn along the way. That's just what it is, because we share different things with each other, different books, different philosophers. We share all these different things with each other, to where we go and we read, we go and we watch videos or whatever to see what that person is talking about. And, like, I think that's what helped me along the way. But I ain't even trying to be no teacher, bro, because I ain't trying to mislead nobody ever. But I think really I just went so far diving in that I seen it. I seen enough. I ain't gonna say I seen it, because I really don't know what it is, but I know what it is. But I didn't seen it, and just hearing everybody else, talk about their experiences, because we all this thing happening. I think that's just always amazing.